many of them glistening, wrist on chiller, in the same palm of gorgeous.
Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement from the coaches to the players. To us here in the booth, I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all the sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
A look at the starting group for the East All-Stars. They've got Donovan Mitchell, Antetokounmpo out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Durant, and it's Irving in at the point guard position. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
We've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world.
Catching up on changes for the West. Jackson comes in for Zion Williamson. And it's John Morant in for Stephen Curry. Cans it from downtown.
Not a lot in the way of defense here tonight, but, you know, that's about the norm.
Yep. This game is always going to be about offense, about entertaining these fans as much as possible.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
Morant finds Doncic. LeBron with it. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
LeBron deals with a ton of physical defense, and he dishes out some physical contact too. But that's why he works so hard on his body. I mean, you might foul him, but you're not going to push him around. No way, Jose.
And here are the East All-Stars now. 4-point game. And on the way from Irving for 3. Again, Irving missing. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, earlier I spoke with the East All-Stars head coach. I asked him how hands-on he was planning to be, and he said, not much. He told me, it's fun to coach these guys to see what I can generate out of certain matchups, but that's more the exception than the rule. I think I'll be as much of a spectator as anyone. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Now James, following the 3-point attempt by DeRozan.
And I have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Zion Williamson's checked in for Jokic. Paul George comes in for Jackson. Damian Lillard's checked in for Luka Doncic. And Curry subbed in for Morant. Giannis passes to Tatum. And another miss by the East.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
A nice shot by George.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star game gives you, the freedom to show your full range.
You know, taking that shot in a regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, it gets you a standing O.
Here's Tatum. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Good ball movement here by the East. And the rejection by James.
Phenomenal work on defense. James using his athleticism to make a statement with that block.
Trains it from beyond the arc. George has got 6.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot. but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
The West leading by 15. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Adebayo is checked in for the East. Good on the shot.
Well, you can see the excitement in DeRozan's eyes when he gets these opportunities. I mean, he's a knockdown threat from there.
Here's Williamson. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
The East making a switch. Randall's checked in for Jason Tatum. Brown comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. Halliburton subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Here's Curry with the three. The West again cannot hit.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The shot by Holiday, no good. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the West All-Stars. 16-point lead. Hits it from three-point range.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an All-Star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
Brown. And that one is off. Good D by Williamson. Lets it go from deep. It's Adebayo with the rebound. The East trail by 19. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
George passes to Williamson, and George kicks to James. Fires the three. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now here's James, following the miss by Tyrese Halliburton. To the right side. Lillard from outside. Outside for George. East grabs the miss. Now, here is Halliburton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. There's Brown with the three. West All-Stars with the rebound. LeBron's got his 6th rebound on the night. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Brown outside. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
A bona fide superstar. The pull-up is a deadly shot for Brown.
Here's Curry with the three. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Curry's got 9.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. It's the West All-Stars delivering the blowout. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back for the second quarter of the main event of All-Star Weekend.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Sabonis is out there with Paul George. Then it's Curry. Then it's Morant. And it's LeBron in at the 3 slot. So that's who's on the floor for the West All-Stars. Irving kicks to Embiid. To the inside. The kick out to Irving. Nailed from three-point land. Irving's got his 3rd basket of the night. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see His share of action, spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star Game coaches.
You're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star Game.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
Oh, the big finish by Morant. Some of his most spectacular plays happen well above the rim.
The East trail by 21. Timeout called. East All-Stars.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
So the West ends up going with the new group. The East also changing it up. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Randall, and it's Mitchell in for Drew Holiday. Here's Tatum, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. No good from Irving.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Irving against Doncic. Tatum deciding where to go with it. They set the pick. No good with the triple.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the cards.
It's tipped. Markkanen passes to Jokic. And here's Doncic from the arc. And Jokic throws it down.
Look, this package that Jokic has, instinct, length, timing, you don't have to jump really high if you've got those things working for you to be effective as a rebounder.
Timeout called. East All-Stars. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Nice D from Doncic.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Now Tatum, after the missed three from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Irving against Doncic. Right side, Markkanen. Off target with his three.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
Are we seeing some high-flying efforts tonight?
I mean, they're doing some major damage to those rims. Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Mitchell with the bounce pass. Embiid kicks to Mitchell. And it's off from three-point range. Markkanen dishes to Doncic. Fires for three. Drops in the tray. Doncic has got 6.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They get it again. There's Embiid, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
The physicality of Embiid, unmatched, really. Yes, he's so much fun to watch because he's agile, has skill and touch. Man, is he a joy to watch work.
Lillard's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. The East also changing it up. Adebayo is checked in for Jason Tatum. Brown comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Halliburton subbed in for Irving.
The defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his second this quarter.
Mitchell wide open. And another miss by the East.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Lillard the pass to Jokic. There's Jackson with the three. And the West hit again from deep.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
They get a hand on it. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
Now, here's Mitchell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And he uses the glass on the layup.
He seems to have just lost his touch. Only 1 for his first 5 here in the quarter.
Markkanen passes to Jokic. Back to Markkanen. Lets it go with the three. Jokic, no good. Now the East All-Stars with it. Here's Halliburton. Softly drops in the floater. Halliburton's got his first bucket of the night.
Halliburton in his bag for sure right now, showing you everything he's got, including the soft touch.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And when you're trailing like this, just focus on one possession at a time. Keep hitting singles.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Chalk up 2 there.
Talk about confidence. Halliburton oozing with it. No hesitation off the catch and shoot there.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars. So both teams making some changes here. And it's the West All-Stars ball. Curry outside. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Brown, and he goes big with the dunk right over Jaren Jackson.
Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
And so it's the West All-Stars, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. One half remaining in the NBA All-Star game. Good to have you along on 2K Sports.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
And so in the game for the East All-Stars, Jason Tatum is out there with Durant. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. Then there's Irving. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the center, filling out the middle. The three from KD. The West All-Stars pull it in. Jokic just got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now, Antetokounmpo, after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. Antetokounmpo. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. The West again cannot hit.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the East All-Stars. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Durant finds Irving. Back to KD. On the wing, Mitchell. Bangs home the trifecta. Mitchell's got 5.
That's one of the areas he's really improved. Durant's passing abilities have grown as his years in the league have grown.
Jokic sets the screen for Doncic. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Antetokounmpo against Jokic. Irving surveying the floor. Mitchell outside. Shot clock at 5. The East All-Stars need to get another shot. No good from Irving.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
The kick out to LeBron. No good from outside. And the East has possession. Floats it up for Giannis. An emphatic LU jam.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
Timeout called here by the East. They're going to talk it over. The West making some changes. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Williamson. Paul George comes in for Doncic. And it's John Morant in for Stephen Curry. And then for the East All-Stars, Embiid, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And DeMar DeRozan subbed in for Durant. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. George, no good. On the wing, Mitchell. Defended by George. The shot by Mitchell, no good. The West leading by 22. Now George. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. George has got 8.
George really efficient close to the hoop. He makes the most of just about every chance down low.
For 3, Mitchell. That shot off, and it's the West taking it the other way. Jokic kicks to George. Back to Jokic. Kicks it out to Markkanen. And another shot. And Jokic lays it up and in. Jokic has got his second basket of the game.
This is a big guy, a mountain of a man. I mean, Jokic is a sturdy, thick 284. He's going to take a bigger bump to disrupt his shot than that one.
Tatum's shot is off. Tatum's gone only 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. Morant passes to George. Jokic sets the screen for George. No good on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Jokic with a screen on Mitchell. From 13. Rebound by the East All-Stars. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 8. Tatum with a screen on Morant. Irving passes to Tatum. 6 to shoot. There's the 3. It's rebounded by the West.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 4 points this quarter.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Well, this night is all about the entertainment value in terms of that dunk. Definitely.
And so Morant will bring it up for the West All-Stars. Jokic inside. Embiid's there. Jokic, no good.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Irving kicks to Mitchell. From deep three-point range. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Mitchell's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the East All-Stars. The deep 3 from George. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And so it's the West All-Stars. In very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have had their sights set on Kevin Durant, and they've done a terrific job holding him in check. We come back right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Well, we're back on a night that's always a highlight of any NBA season. We're live from the All-Star Game.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
Doncic out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Markkanen. Then there's Jaren Jackson. And it's Sabonis in at the 5. So that's his on the floor for the West All-Stars.
Persistence pays for Giannis. They're using his athleticism and those long arms to collect second-chance opportunities for his team.
Now, here's Doncic. Greg, we're seeing more fines recently for the language that players use with the media. Is that a concern?
I don't think it should be a concern, and I'm not kidding. The league's going to have standards of decorum. You're on TV. You got to keep it together. However, I think that as a society, we're a little more tolerant of certain words that are used in public.
Now Brown, after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
Boy, he's doing everything he can. At this point, the rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Sabonis, the pass to Doncic. Jackson setting the pick here for Doncic. Outside for Jackson. And a miss there on the triple. The East trail by 19. Halliburton outside. Locked loose. Outside Holiday. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Lillard dishes to Doncic. Lillard up top. He's covered by Halliburton. Sabonis kicks to Lillard. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time. Lillard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Get ready to shoot. Set it up.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Pass to Randall. Out of bounds, it'll be the West All-Stars ball.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The West leading by 22. Doncic looking it over.
Come around.
Jackson a screen on Holiday. The three for Doncic. The shot comes out, and it's the East going the other way. Antetokounmpo passes to Randall. Makes it off the glass. Randall's got his first 2 points.
And saying, you want a piece of this? Randall easily getting the better of that exchange.
Here's Doncic. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Giannis a screen on Doncic. Holiday the pass to Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Markkanen. That misses off the backboard. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Now, here's Doncic. The tray. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the West. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Doncic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. The East All-Stars on offense. Giannis up top. Defended by Sabonis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
Lillard the pass to Jackson. Back to Lillard. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Halliburton. And some changes here for the West All-Stars. Jokic, he's checked in for Sabonis. James comes in for Markkanen. And it's Morant in for Damian Lillard. And then for the East, Tatum, he's checked in for Randall. Mitchell comes in for Drew Holiday. And Irving subbed in for Halliburton. 1:32 left here in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's LeBron. The West again cannot hit. The East trail by 20. Good that time. Brown's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Morant looking around. And the pass to Doncic. Jackson in the corner. Some nice passing here by the West. Jackson with the screen. From deep, James. East grabs the miss. Outside Tatum. There's the triple. They get it back. Giannis passes to Mitchell. No good with the layup. The West All-Stars with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Jokic sets the screen for Morant. Over Tatum. It's hauled in by Giannis. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Tries again. The kick out to Brown. Off target from three-point range. So it's the West now. And the West can just let the clock run down from here. Doncic with it. no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.
I'll be tired all the time, bags under my eyes till I get